Right, so now it's about 2 hours after we first applied the 80 kilopascals of pressure and vacuum. In a continuously flooded condition under heavy clay soils, it takes around 2 hours for the lysimeters to fill up. So once the lysimeters have sucked up the pore water, it's time to collect them. A very similar process. Here we're using a 50 ml Falcon tube. We are putting the sample, once collected, into an ice box. Afterwards, when this goes back to the lab in a couple of hours, we put them into the freezer and we store them there until they're ready to be analyzed. So before we collect, open up the Falcon tube, make sure it's labeled, check that it's the right plot. This is a clean syringe, and we have a lot of clean syringes here to prevent cross-contamination of samples. So, a very similar process to what we have just now. We put the syringe into the lysimeter, we open it up, and we pull water out. Okay? Make sure to close the valve before you before you take out the syringe. When you're collecting the water, try to let the syringe face the sky so that the sample does not drip out. Transfer the sample to a Falcon tube. Do it slowly. Sometimes I've done it too fast and it splashes out. Okay. At this point, the suction in here is very strong, so you can choose to release the pressure by opening the valve. However, when you're releasing the valve, make sure that the valve is not at the water surface. If not, you might risk having surface water getting sucked in. And there we repeat the process. Try to suck more. It's just maybe about 2 mils of water left. And in it goes. So here we have about 20 mils of sample. And then this goes into our ice box. This goes as a dirty syringe. And finally, we release the pressure on the lysimeter. Make sure that the lysimeter is not going in. You could cover this with a little cap. This is just a lure lock cap. Those haven't arrived yet, so in the meantime, I'm using Fisher Scientific tape. This is to make sure that there's still air going in and out of the system, but that dirt does not get in, so that when we pool water and stuff, it doesn't get blocked. So put on a little piece of tape, and there you have it. This is how to collect pore water samples using a lysimeter.